secrets of the mechanical arts are too profound to convey in a few simple words. Oh, but why must the listener grow weary whenever I begin to divulge them? Yeah! Skyward! Scatter! Yeah! Skyward! Scatter!
Oh, you're here early. I just ordered. The food should be out in a second. Sit down, sit down.
Let's all take a seat.
Here, hand me your cups.
Oh, thank you.
Wait, you weren't supposed to drink that, Paimon. That was for you to rinse your utensils.
That's a thing? Wow, so much delicious food.
That's just how we most of the time, though.
Oh, that's good to hear.
Eat, eat. What about you, traveler? Is the food to your liking? Want some?
Paimon's gonna take you up on... So full. Oh, listen. Paimon's figured it out. Let's think about this for a second, Gaming. You invited us to this awesome restaurant and ordered a whole table full of expensive dim sum just for the three of us. Well, you must be hiding the fact that you're some young master from a rich family. That would explain why you try to keep your friends and family away from each other.
Are you confusing me with Xingqiu?
Huh? You know Xingqiu? You sure...
Well, when you're on the road as much as I am, you hear all more often than not, that means knocking on some doors to find out for yourself.
Oh, you truly are a man of
Okay, enough with the teasing.
What? Oh,
My dad is just an ordinary tea merchant. Small scale stuff, you know? My dad... He always wanted me to inherit the family business. But that's just not who I am. It's not...
have you ever talked to him about it? You know, about your interests and aspirations and stuff.
Of course I have. I told him I wanted to be a wushu dancer. That I wanted all of Tevat to see what I could do. According to my dad, though, that wasn't a real job. Just a child's pipe dream.
Oh, that's terrible.
I'm sure he thought I would come around eventually, but wushu dancing has always been the only thing I wanted to do. One day, in the end, I was so angry that don't get on my case just yet, okay? It's not like I think I'm completely without fault. No, I know that it wasn't the right way to go about things. But my dad's stubborn. No matter how hard I tried to convince him, it just went in one ear and out the other. There was no changing his mind. I knew talking would only get me so far, but if I made it big in Liyue Harbor, the results could speak for themselves.
Gaming.
But I'm sure you both already know how that's going. In the past, I would go door to door from store to store, asking if they would be interested in hiring a performer. Most time. And you can't just rely on dreams to put food on the table, right? So, still, change takes time. Gotta take it slow, you know?
Paimon understands.
Okay, enough of all that serious talk. Our tea's getting cold. Ooh, let's do something fun this afternoon. What do you say, huh? I'll organize.
Actually, we kinda already have plans this afternoon. We told Xian Yun that we would go to her kite-making workshop.
Oh?
Are you interested in kite-making, Gaming?
Oh, no. It's just that I happen to know Auntie Xianyun.
That title certainly humanizes.
Oh, I know that she's an adeptus. I met her during a delivery once. But she came to see me a few days ago to ask about Luminet.
Is that nuts?
It's one thing to use it on cloth, but
Yeah, she does seem to have.
it would be such a shame if everyone worked so hard on their kites. So
Great! The more the merrier.
have some mint oil. Perhaps we should try that. A guest at Wanmin Restaurant recommended it to me. I've tried it. Its stimulative effects are much... Apologies in advance.
Wait! Shenhe? Not there!
See? It worked. She's awake.
Are you okay, Ganyu?
I'm fine. I just feel...
Huh. Was it that effective?
Chilly, huh? Master always says a cool head leads to a calm heart. Paimon doesn't think that's what the expression means exactly.
Was I asleep?
Did you not sleep last night? Perhaps you should come work at Wanmin Restaurant.
I could never. I'm sorry. I seem to have missed your name. You are...
Me? My name is Gaming. I work as a guard for the secure...
Gaming. The name sounds familiar. People tell me you're an extremely enthusiastic worker, and you are very generous with your...
well...
My name is Ganyu. This is Shenhe, and this is Yao Yao.
It's an honor to finally meet you all. Oh, you must be here for Auntie Xianyun's kite-making workshop, right?
Yes. I have neither made nor flown a kite before. As long as Master is willing...
Me too! I want to participate in the kite flying competition with my best friend! Plus, it's more meaningful if you make the kite yourself, right? Your best friend didn't come with you? Well, Chi-Chi's been super busy helping Dr. Baiju lately. Oh, I also brought bandages and ointment with me today. It's easy to cut yourself when...
Wow, you're really thoughtful.
As for myself, I'm afraid I lack... I was originally planning to buy a ready-made kite, but Cloud Retainer has always go... It was so my motivation for
Well, we're all here.
Who is it that speaks of oneself in such an ill-tempered tone?
Oh, come on! You clearly heard Paimon!
Master stopped to buy grilled tigerfish to share with everyone. Come get it while it's still warm.
Oh, Paimon, sorry, Miss Illuminated Bird! Paimon always knew you were the smartest, coolest, and prettiest Adeptus. Someone as wonderful as you is sure to have brought in... So delicious. Paimon's life is complete.
It appears that we've ended up with quite a few participants indeed. Go ahead and divide. The materials are over here. The regular dyes and luminescent ones. As for how to make the kite, one assumes you all made
Paimon may have focused a little too hard on the eating and less on the listening. Paimon knew she could count on you, Traveler.
One will wait under this tree and avail oneself of the cool air while one digests. Do not hesitate to seek one's company if you have any...
We're not in any hurry to get started.
Hey, Gaming, want to team up?
Huh? I have to participate? I thought I'd be done for the day after adjusting the...
You're that unenthused by kite making, huh?
No, it's not... it would take two... What shape should we go with? How about a butterfly? What do you think, Shuyu? Is there a particular design you want?
I want a swanee.
That might be a little hard to pull off.
True, but I still want to...
Auntie Cloud Retainer, look! I might do...
Very good. Your frame is nice and sturdy. This design, is it a finch?
Yep.
One is looking for...
What color are you going to make it, Yao Yao? I haven't decided yet. if I make it...
If you are asking for one's own opinion, when giving a gift, the key consideration is the recipient's feelings, is it not?
Oh, hey, I never told you that...
With age comes wisdom, child.
Oh, cool. Thanks, I'm gonna start painting it gold.
Good. One will watch. You two seem strangely unoccupied. One was under the impression that one would...
We actually haven't started yet, but we're going to start, right now.
Shenhe, it would be great if you could refrain from putting things on my horns from now on.
I see.
Thank you. No harm done.
Good. Could I touch them just once more, though? No oil or anything this time.
Huh? Please, I told you. Just call me Ganyu. Well, all right. Just be gentle.
Firm to the touch with no discernible temperature. Oh, not unlike certain medicinal plants I've eaten before. Oh, still, Ganyu appears to be shaking like a cat whose whiskers have just been touched. I should stop. I see. Then I'll apply the oil to your forehead next time.
Oh, no need. I'll just refrain from taking afternoon naps outdoors. Anyway, we should probably get started on our kite. It won't be long before perhaps...
Okay.
Well, they seem to be getting along. We should get started on our kite now. Let's go. First, we have to decide on the shape. Hey, what are you laughing at? Oh, if nothing else, a Paimon-shaped kite could at least make sure you never get lost on your travels and always find the tastiest food. Maybe we're not exercising enough artistic license. Now, what expression should we give her, since the kite is going to be flying super high in the sky? Ooh, like this? The title of Champion Kite Flyer is mine! Since the kite is going to be flying... Oh, Paimon totally didn't do anything wrong. And even if she did, she doesn't deserve to get shot up into the sky for... Now that we've decided, let's make it happen! It's done! Paimon has to say, Kai Paimon might even rival real Paimon in terms of cuteness. Now we just have to attach the string, right?
All right, gather around, everyone.
Oh, Shenyun's calling us!
Let one take a look.
Wow! Ganyu and Shenhe made a scissor-tailed swallow! It's so pretty.
Yep. The coloring makes...
If the tail wasn't split in two, if you look closely, there are a few spots where the colors go outside the lines. Did you
I did the painting. I stared at the paper for quite some time, but I simply could not recall the color. Or should I say that I'm too familiar with her crane form?
Oh! Well, now that you mention it, Paimon can see it too!
Exactly. So I simply closed my eyes and painted from memory.
No way. You can paint with your eyes closed?
You are most filial, Shenhe.
The Swanee that Gaming and Shuyu made looks
The eyes and ears glow in the dark. Your golden finch is cute too.
It's all thanks to
What about your kite, traveler? Very Paimon-like indeed.
Why do you say that, Shenhe?
That one time the travelers suspected that a piece of meat was missing from their bowl, that was the exact expression.
Is that some...
Is that the Jade Chamber?
Oh? Who dares attempt such a flagrant display of impropriety? Oh, and to do so by making use of this? One simply must know who it is that possesses such impertinence. Continue attaching the strings, everyone. One will be but a moment.
Cloud Retainer? Traveler, Paimon, could I trouble you to go up?
Master's going to be okay, right?
I'm more worried about the person who...
There's wind up ahead! Looks like we can glide over! It's right there!
This Fontanian device of mechanical motion is quite...
Now is hardly an opportune time for your musings. Someone among us...
Calm yourself. Do you have any
One believes it drifted in the direction of Mount Outsong. Perhaps it is mere happenstance.
Your concern is Miss Cloud Retainer is either in the city looking after her disciples, or on the subject of said kite, however. One simply must remark on the genius of its windless lift technology. One cannot...
Still thy tongue. If Cloud Retainer were to hear you profess such a thing, we can both say farewell.
One presumes that this kite belongs to you.
Huh?
Regard the situation with which we are now confronted. This is all your...
One's fault. One seems to recall that releasing the kite was no solitary endeavor. Say something, Mountain Shaper. Surely you can think of something to appease her.
Further explanation shall only fan the flames of her wrath. It would be better to stay silent and retire.
We can hardly avoid her forever. That may suffice during land...
Hello?
Go retrieve the kite.
Absolutely not. You...
That is not our kite.
Oh, so when it...
Ah, you're an Adeptus? Please forgive us for any... I truly possess no inkling of who could have released a kite into your esteemed domain. Pray.
Verily, verily, we were but delighting in the surrounding scenery. This locale is home to such exquisite... mint! Well, and if that's all, then we'll just be...
We finally caught up. Mooncarver? Mountain Shaper? What are you doing here?
You?
Okay, now Paimon's getting a weird vibe.
It is of no consequence. Long has one seen through their disguises. One was simply curious.
Then you are not angry?
How could one feel anger at the sight of two old friends enjoying themselves? One is also well aware.
We were simply However, we are far from being as adept as you in matters that require...
Your prowess in mechanics is unparalleled, Cloud Retainer. You we...
One has guests to attend to. Traveler, Paimon, do try to keep up.
We're leaving already?
It seems that one's concern...
Then, should we continue flying the...
A splendid suggestion, but it would...
Perhaps your mountain would suffice?
A fine idea. A fine idea indeed.
If you are presently unoccupied, perhaps we could stop a while at one's abode for some repose and conversation. Skyward! Scatter!
They're back.
After you left, Yao Yao and Shu Yu tired themselves out playing with Gaming offered to escort them home.
Before he left, he said something that
Oh? What is?
He said, a kite is always tied down no matter how far it flies. He looked quite dejected as he said this.
Now that you mention it, Gaming did seem to have a rather strange attitude towards kites.
A reflection of himself. If I were a kite, I would cherish that tether.
Shenhe?
It may be an exceedingly... If Gaming truly sees a kite as a reflection of himself...
Well, people often have different points of view
Just like some people can eat spicy food, but others...
Exactly. That's why tolerance and understanding are as important.
Tolerance and understanding? What brought about this conversation?
We were just chatting. You don't have to butt in on.
One was merely doing a bit of cooking. Night fast approaches. If you are otherwise on a...
Oh, it's been so long since I've had the chance to enjoy your cooking, Cloud Retainer.
Worry not. One has prepared a variety of meat and vegetable dishes. One is more than familiar with everyone's
Hey! Paimon's hungry too! It's not like the dim sum and grilled fish could keep her full the whole day.
Shenhe, Ganyu, come.
Whoa, what's with all the secrecy? If you're ready to serve the food, we can help too.
Yeah! Skyward! Scatter! Hit!
This is...
Oh, I can feel the wind brushing against my legs. This is a bit embarrassing. Is the headpiece secure? I should have asked Cloud Retainer to check.
How do we look?
She asked them just like that.
You look pretty too, Ganyu. Oh, how should I...
Given that one employed the services of the best tailor in all of Liyue, one would expect nothing less. What colors have you been partial to lately?
Lately? Why?
I like black.
One is gratified to see one's disciple has inherited.
The color black doesn't get dirty easily. A virtue I've come to value recently.
And you, Gan?
I favor blue and black.
And the material is sufficiently comfortable, yes?
Yes, very. I simply cannot thank you and...
Thank you, Master.
One is content as long as you are pleased.
Seems like your supreme cuisine This golden crab's particularly good. It's a good thing Gaming isn't here, or Paimon would have to duel him for the food. You know, with chopsticks.
He traveled all this way on account of the kite. Oh, well.
It's rare for someone to make such...
One has high standards. He appears to be a young man.
It appears that he wishes to break...
Kite string.
Where do we even begin?
One has only heard that...
He ran away from...
Oh?
Ran away, you say?
Oh, okay.
What?
This shall not do. Lantern Rite fast approaches. We must, as one was contacting various tailors around Liyue, he possessed a singular talent for clothing design. He had at a gathering of adepti. Bonanus once complained in secret to some of the However, when one asked Menogius' opinion, he remarked that the train of... And later... one means to say. It is a time to address problems. Fate is fickle. The cruel reality of this world is that suffering and misfortune can be
That's nice.
Do you have any ideas, Cloud Retain?
Perhaps Adeptal Arts could.
Is there anything I can do to...
Combining our. Aha! How about this? Does that make sense to.
Yep. Oh,
Now then, I count.
it's time to carry out the plan. Let's go.
Yeah! Skyward! Scatter!
Hi, Gumming. Paimon sees you've certainly gotten an early. Who won this time? You the one buying dim sum again?
Hey, when you put it like that, it makes it sound like I'm always the one.
Ah, perfect, you're all here. There's an important...
Alright, I've got the time.
It's not just goods this time. I need you to escort a tea merchant and their wares from
Sure. What's this?
Here.
If the client's that important, then this must be a.
Of course, the sooner you complete it, the better. I would advise you to depart as soon as possible.
Alright, don't work too hard now, Long.
You're a bit quiet today, Gumming. Oh, do you want Paimon to tell a story?
We're almost there. I'll take a rain check on that.
Hello, you must be the a tea merchant heading to Liyue Harbor. We're here to escort.
Dad?
Oh, so you're Gaming's father. It's nice to meet you. Just leave this delivery to him. Trust Paimon, he's got this in the bag. Gaming is super good at what he does. Everyone at the security...
Seems like you've made some sort of...
The goods are all in order?
Yes, they're...
Then let's get going.
A very important... Paimon doesn't know how we would explain it.
I see. I suppose I will have to trouble you.
Yeah! Skyward! Yeah! Scatter! Yeah!
We've been walking for so long. Is anyone tired? How about we stop and rest for a bit?
I'm fine.
Gaming, don't you usually have some delicious snacks on you? Come on, bring them out so we can share them.
I'm fine. Thank you.
This place looks nice and open. Why don't you all rest here for a second?
Huh? What about you?
I'm not tired. I'll keep watch.
Oh.
Just let him go.
Okay, we'll just share amongst ourselves then. Did you know, Uncle Ip, that the flavor of these cakes changes depending on...
Halt! Who goes there?
It appears that one's movements were...
Enough of your musings. Focus. Focus on the matter at hand. Present your exquisite ornaments at once.
Indeed. Bring them forth.
Ah! What do we...
It seems as if these two are acting alone. It won't be difficult to subdue them, but they might have something else waiting in store for Dad. The best way to keep him safe is... Leave this to me. I'll handle them. Traveler, Paimon, take my dad and the goods away from here.
No, coming.
This is what I do.
A thorny foe indeed. Let us depart and seek a target softer in blows and disposition.
Don't think I'm gonna let you off so easily.
Away. Let us away.
Coming!
Don't worry, he's a great fight. Paimon's even seen him take down a dozen or so treasure hoarders.
But coming, if he had just stayed by my side and learned the family trade, he...
We just have to trust him. Let's go on ahead. We'd best get...
All is going to plan.
Okay, we should be good to stop here. Yangli? Oh no, what is he doing here?
Good sir, please, listen to me. Reel in your line and leave this place as quickly as you can. There are bandits in the area.
Bandits? Acting in broad daylight? Oh. Ah, I see. It appears many people are catching a chill as of late.
Nope.
If there are indeed bandits in the area, then we should inform the Millelith at once. Oh? Such matters are best left to those with the necessary expertise, wouldn't you agree?
I suppose you're right. If ordinary people like us got involved, we would only cause more trouble.
Since we find ourselves otherwise unoccupied in...
Yeah! Scatter!
So, Uncle Ip does have a reason to be worried. After all, Gaming...
Gaming. The name sounds somewhat familiar.
Oh, have you seen him perform?
Indeed. I cannot help but admire his skill. He truly encapsulates the... Usho dancing has become more well known in Liyue Harbor recently. However, although performers are seeing budding success, they have, if you ask me, what truly deserves admiration is perseverance in the face of adversity. I have heard many of my acquaintances praise Gaming for his kind, selfless, and courageous disposition. To have a child so accomplished and upright, you must...
Seems like Zhongli has decided to skip the formality.
Well, he's a hard worker.
You should be sure to tell him you think
Your son is young yet. It's normal for someone his age to be a bit hot-headed. It's understandable to find talking about such things in person difficult. If there's a particular sentiment you wish to convey...
No. It wouldn't be right to ask that of you. This thing, I've been in the tea business for most of my life, and I always hoped my child would do the same. Over the past few years, I heard how well he was doing for himself as a guard. How his work was taking him to farther and farther off places. When you're young, you can handle all that physically taxing work and manual labor. Every time I get to thinking like that, I often regret
It is only natural for a parent to strive to send their child down the right path. No one would begrudge you that.
You seem quite young, Mr. Zhongli. Yet you speak with such wisdom. Perhaps I have misjudged your age.
Your words are too kind. Truth be told, rather than fretting about their future, however, she prefers to let them find their own way.
Then she's more easygoing than I could ever be. I meant to say earlier, there is no need to be so polite. Feel free to call me by my name, Iptak.
Sure.
So, do you also think I fret too much, Mr. Zhongli?
That's not exactly what I was hoping to convey. Only a fool would ask a parent not to worry about their child. But think of it this way. Raising a child is not unlike flying a kite. As my friend once said, if your children are aiming for the stars, clipping their wings will only cause them to come crashing down. You need to let out the light.
It seems I was too stuck in my...
You need not reproach your heart for caring. You simply need to loosen your... Indeed, with such a big heart, why not allocate the time you usually...
The blink...
Children grow up in quite the same way, do they not?
Yeah.
Zhongli certainly has a... Oh, Gaming is back! Hey, Gaming, we're over...
Dad, Traveler, Paimon. Good, you're all here. Oh, and Mr. Zhongli from the Wangsheng funeral
A fated meeting indeed. We were just enjoying...
Well, you...
What does that mean?
Traveler, Paimon, come with me. I'll come right out and say it. Those two bandits, you sent them, didn't you? Can't look me in the eye, huh? Guess I'm right then.
Okay, but...
At first, their mannerisms seemed a bit stilted. But once I got close, it was obvious I was right on their tail, and it should have taken only a few steps to catch up to them. People with that level of skill would have gone about things differently from the start. Like sneaking up on us while we were... Unless, of course, their real motive was to lure me away from the group all along.
Wow, you're pretty...
I just have a lot of experience. I've dealt with many a ruthless bandit in my time, but I've never... In the end, I told them they would make good guards if they ever wanted to get back on the straight and narrow, and that they could hang out with me in Liyue Harbor anytime.
You ever consider you might be a little too good at making...
I'm guessing you guys were trying to help resolve things between my dad and me? I appreciate, but this conflict between us, even if those two were real bandits, and I was able to subdue them and show 'em what I was capable of. You've seen the way he talks.
It's not like that at all! Your dad really... Zhongli was talking things through with him, and he nearly agreed to let it... You don't believe...
He won't let it go. He can say as much as he wants to other people, but...
You told us you wanted to prove yourself to your dad.
Will that even do anything?
You won't know unless you try. Listen to us. It's time to put these people skills to good use. You can...
I'll do my best.
Despite my being in the tea industry for several decades, it seems I still have much to learn.
You flatter me. It was nothing but a few humble musings.
How much tea have you drank since we've been gone?
Ipdak and I have found many a common interest. Our friendship, much like a cup of tea, seems to grow stronger the longer it has to...
Well said, Mr. Gaming. Mr. Zhongli is very knowledgeable. You should take the opportunity to learn from...
Huh?
I have very much enjoyed our conversation, Ipdak, but unfortunate...
Oh, I hope I didn't keep my apologies for taking up...
It would be an honor.
We'll see you off, Zhongli. You two have a nice chat, alright?
Yeah! Skyward! Scatter!
Thanks for helping us talk things through with Uncle Ip. Good thing you were able to pick up on what we were putting down.
I have been around the both of you for some time now. You could say I have a certain level of expertise in that As for my role in the conversation...
Why did you have...
A friend approaches.
Hello.
So, you're here too?
I've been here the whole A ghostly kite. Could that elusive Director Who be coming to Wang? What is she doing here? I suppose it matters not. It's you.
Ah, your arrival is most fortuitous. The addition of the power source makes the takeoff more stable. It's just that...
He seems quite immersed in the study of this...
I fear it's almost too stable. It completely negates the pleasure of seeing... In truth, I'm here because Director Who dispatched me to purchase some...
I see. Much like she does every year. Am I wrong? Or has she once again sent you out to buy... What is it?
While we're on the subject, I do wonder why she is so obsessed with using sesame...
I've only met Director Who a few times.
Ah, and is that not a sign that... This one here is a traditional kite. Many hands make light work.
All right. I have made my comparison. If speed is what you're after, the...
Wonderful. I'll leave these two kites with you.
Oh,
Well, I would imagine...
So, you were testing out the kites for Hu Tao and even roped Xiao into doing it for you? Paimon didn't ask her...
I would hardly say I roped Xiao into anything.
Seems like our pool of competitors is growing. Do you like kite flying?
I suppose I neither like nor dislike it. Although, watching a kite gradually ascend into the sky, perhaps they're a bit like Shao Lantern.
Kite flying is also a pleasant form of relaxation.
Have you ever thought about making a kite, Xiao? Cloud Retainer taught us how. We can teach you if you...
There's no need. Minogius was the only Yaksha among us who had an interest in matters of ornamentation and design. When Lantern Rite is over, come find me near Pervasi's temple if you have the time.
It's getting late.
How's she been, by the way? Be sure to say hi.
The last time I spoke to her, she mentioned that she would be visiting... If you have the time, perhaps you could also make the trip.
We'll keep that in mind. Take care, Zhongli. See you later.
See you next...
Gaming,
You can go first.
I don't have anything to...
Then I'll go. I still don't want to leave Liyue Harbor.
Oh, I can't say I support that decision. Hey, let me finish before...
Sit, Shinhe, sit. You must be tired from your journey. Shall I pour you a cup of tea?
No need. I'm not... They're gone, Master.
Perfect. The time is. Do you remember the plan when Raquel?
Yes, Master. We aim to give them a... So I'll have whatever...
All right.
What are Auntie Xianyun and Shenhe doing here? Just how many people?
Perfect. I just so happen to have bought some, or it would be if one has not been forced to drink it every day in the hopes of whittling down what. Oh, forget it. Such. Has work been busy?
Drunk guests can sometimes cause trouble.
Are Auntie Xianyun and Shenhe serious right now?
Oh dear. While one was busy orchestrating this act, one seems to have forgotten about Shenhe's various. What?
You already know. Recently, I've been conversing with...
The poor child. I guess maybe Gaming is not doing so... That sounds about right. Take her to do something fun, and perhaps she'll loosen up a bit.
Like we used to do when we would carry stones up and down the mountain from dawn until dusk.
Dad, here, have some tea. Or no, wait.
Yeah. Gaming, I'd like to finish what... I don't support your decision to stay in Liyue Harbor. But if you come home, there will be people to help you. I'm not saying we have to live under the same roof. I know our personalities are too similar to avoid butting heads. Your aunts, uncles, they'll all do whatever they can to help. You could get a less tax...
Huh. I didn't know dim sum...
Shh. Just think about it. Okay?
Dad really has changed a lot. But thank you.
It's been long enough, don't you think? Oh, they're drinking tea in silence. Hey, you two! Paimon's sorry we were gone for so long.
Perfect timing, actually.
Yep, let's go.
Gaming.
You must be Mr. Ip! Thank you for coming all this. My name is Charlotte, and I'm a reporter from Fontaine. You can find me writing for the Steambird. I invite.
An interview?
I suppose you could think of it that way. We Fontainians are big tea drink.
The Fontaine Market. Then I'll need some time to adequately prepare.
Of course, of course! Please follow me.
Is this person also involved in your plan? And here I thought I had lots of connections.
Over here! Yoo-hoo! Over here!
Huh? What? And?
She probably wants to talk about the next phase of the plan. If you want to find the Geo-Archon, this is the only chance you'll get all year. Guess it's a good thing Venti brought it up earlier. Otherwise, we definitely would have missed this year's Rite of Dissension. Well, Venti brought up the time. Look. Oh, right. Did you know? The more, but it's seen as impolite, so we should refer to...
Skyward! I take it that all is going well?
Don't worry, Shenyan. Everything is going
I knew it. I knew that was all an actor. Like, she was so determined to help me. She didn't even care about me.
As for the next step...
Oh no!
What's wrong, Gaming?
Don't tell me you're the ones footing the bill for all that tea. I can't...
Fret not.
Exactly. Think of it more as an investment, as Ningguang would. We pooled together the Mora so that Charlotte could place the order. Fontainians will probably fall.
Oh, okay. Business-related matters always seem to go...
We can talk about such matters at a later date. There are more important matters for you to consider at the moment. Are there not?
Yes. I've been thinking about it the whole... I haven't, but I'd hate to cause...
Yeah, we're all friends here.
Okay.
Got it. Just leave it to us. Let's split up and make it happen. We need to do those things we talked about, but since Xiao already tested out those kites for us, why don't we also go...
Skyward!
Hello again.
Welcome back! Thanks to you, my daughter was able to build a kite with her grandmother that very same day. She even...
Oh, you should really be thanking...
And are you here to buy a kite? Please, take your pick.
Oh, we already have a kite. We wanted to buy one of those,
Ah, yes. Here you go. Please, take it, free of charge. The directions are in the box.
it doesn't feel right for us to just...
Well, nor would it feel right for me to take your Mora. Good luck in the kite flying competition.
All right, then. Phew, It's done. Let's get down to... Looks like we finished everything we needed to do. Let's find a good place and put this thing into the sky. Chi-Chi, we're almost there.
Okay. Come here, allow me.
The lantern rite is as festive as ever.
Huh? What's going on?
Did something happen? What should we do? Oh, should we get the Millilith?
What's that?
Have I taken that many pictures already? I need to load more film.
Wait, the wind.
Oh my gosh!
Mommy, I want a big kite like that too. Do you see that kite way out in front? It's so beautiful.
Happy Lantern Rite. Happy Lantern Rite.
Cummings' performance was so cool, Paimon almost wanted to join in. You saw that, right, Traveler? Let's go find him. Oh, he's over there. Talking to his dad.
I all head off now.
Thank you, little girl.
No need. No need. Matt?
Dad.
I suppose I'll go first this time.
Okay.
Your performance. I've seen many wuxia dances in my time.
Wow. I never thought I'd live to hear you say that.
You're serious about doing this
Absolutely.
Then it doesn't matter. What I mean to say is, of course it'll be difficult. But if that's your really, when I was young, I also... Actually, all I really want to say, much like this kite, you also deserve to soar to new heights.
Dad.
Son.
Son?
I bet you're wondering what's gotten into me saying all this.
Well...
Anyway, I know I've never found the chance to say this to me, Gaming. You've always been a great kid. Alright, that's everything I've...
Seeing the two of them talk things through like this really gives Paimon a sense of accomplishment.
Over there. Your friends are still waiting.
Huh? But...
I'll be staying in Liyue Harbor for a bit longer. When you have time, we can grab the...
Dad!
Go.
Okay. Then I'm off.
That's quite the smile you've got there, Gaming.
Really?
It's nothing to be embarrassed about.
I'd like to find and thank Auntie Xinyun. If everyone has time, go fly a kite.
Peace prevails throughout the land, and all things are made. months in
Oh, Paimon almost forgot! Didn't Zhongli say Hu Tao was also planning on... We didn't have anything else to do today, right? Why don't we go have a look around? Maybe we'll run into her.
Scatter! Scatter! Skyward!
The mountain air is so refreshing. It makes Paimon feel like she could float around all day and never get tired. Cream! Gum! Huh? Did you hear? Sunshine! Blue skies! Right? So Paimon wasn't... well, we've got the time. Why don't we go... What are they doing here? Navia, Clarande!
Well, if it isn't my dear partners. See, I told you that something good was going to happen during our travels today. I have to say, sometimes it's...
It's just your lucky day.
Are you guys also here to catch the festivities? Oh, and that reminds me. Happy Lantern.
Happy Lantern, right?
Happy Lantern right to you too! Wait, if you're here... And that voice we heard...
Oh, impressive. You could tell it was...
That or your voice is just really loud.
Well, of course it is. After all, I'm a boss.
Indeed.
Sure is! Having luck... Wait. That wasn't even... Paimon just wants to know why you two were shouting from the... There was something about almonds, maybe?
No, it's not a cup.
Perhaps. That's just what mountain climbers do, right? After all the hard work it takes to make it to the top, as you stand on the summit looking out at the vast scenery, it's not easy to resist the urge. Exactly. You get me, partner. I was afraid that it would cause a disturbance, so I asked the locals around here, and so, you see, it's not just me. I guess
Speak for yourself.
when you're stressed, don't you ever just get the urge to do
Not really.
Oh, that's a pretty good way...
What I choose to hunt depends on my mood.
Huh?
Anyway, why don't you two give it a try?
As long as Paimon has clothes on her back and food in her belly, Paimon doesn't think there's any
Oh, I've no need to be shy. Even Farina was shouting from the top of this mountain earlier.
Huh? Did Paimon hear that right?
Believe in your ears. Actually, the reason we climbed this mountain in the first place was also...
Yes, we could just about make out someone yelling things like, "Help me!" and "What should I do?" So, and what do you know? Miss Farina was standing right there, all red in the face. She
that reminds me. I believe what she actually said was, so
you could actually hear what she was saying? What?
I figured we would come check out the situation either way. Why not let her...
Oh, seems like you caught Farina in the middle of... She probably would have never thought... No, she definitely would have never thought she would run into anyone she knew.
I think so. We ran into Nervalet on the way here as well, but he was already on his way back, so they probably weren't together.
What? Nervalet was here too? What was he doing here? It couldn't have.
I think it just might have been, actually.
Neuvillette is not the type to take much time off.
Didn't Charlotte publish an article on the Liyue tea industry recently? Maybe he was inspired.
My situation is completely different. I'm here because I was asked to accompany you.
You Fontanians and your tea drink.
Oh, it's not for me. I lost a bet with Ridesley, and now I have to buy him something. It was just Ridesley gets really invested in that sort of thing. But he couldn't care less. You could give him mint plants that.
If only he was that. In any case, I'm pretty sure the tea you bought is this region's specialty. What is it called again? Yes, that's the one.
You didn't really buy 10.
Please, do I look like someone who would fall for that?
That reminds me. You guys said you only came up here because you.
Oh, that's right. Hu Tao. A few days ago, we heard that a friend was going to be in Chaoying.
Oh dear. We've been chatting. That's good.
We should probably head.
No need to stay on our account. We just got up here, so we're good.
Go and meet your friend. We can meet.
Sounds good. We're gonna head.
Skyward! Scatter!
Chaoying Village is known for its tea, but you know what else they have with tea? That's right, dim sum! Didn't Gaming say something about dim sum being eaten in the morning? Oh, Paimon wonders if we can still get some at this time of day. Oh, well that's fine too. Paimon doesn't care what kind of tea it is as long as it comes with some tasty snacks. Now, let's see what kind of yummy... Paimon's not seeing things, is she? Is that Farina standing between Zhongli and Hu Tao? Wonder what they're talking about. Zhongli knows a lot of stuff. Maybe he's telling Farina about... Oh, or maybe Hu Tao is trying to rope... Hey, this isn't the fort, but... Paimon could be convinced for the right price. Since Zhongli is there, Paimon bet... It's decided then. Paimon votes for tour guide Zhongli. Alright, no time to waste! Good afternoon, Hu Tao, Zhongli, and Farina! Oh, great, now Paimon shouting.
Oh, well, aren't you a sight for sore eyes? Seems like our luck.
That we were able to meet you both without prior arrangement must mean that this is quite the
Huh? Oh, so both of you are acquainted with the Traveler and Paimon then? Looks like... I must admit, I'm a bit surprised to see you here, Traveler. But seeing as you're a hero who's been all over to that, it makes sense that you... Since we have found ourselves in each other's company within this fertile land...
It appears you have been to Fontaine then, given your proclivity to spread good deeds wherever you go. It's no surprise that you would make the acquaintance of a celebrity as illustrious and...
What I mean to say is, you flatter me. Although I've built up a certain following within Fontaine, it is no reflection. I stand before you right now as nothing more than an ordinary traveler in search. There is definitely more to Mr. Zhongli than meets the eye. I could tell as much from our converse. Given his breadth of knowledge on both academic and... Is he just feigning ignorance?
No. Yeah. You're no common tourist.
Does that mean Hu Tao also?
You may not have heard, friends, but... Miss Farina is now one of my esteemed clients.
Okay, you win. Guess Paimon will have to break into the hidden stash at the bottom of her shoe.
What's this about winning something?
Don't tell me. You two were placing bets on... Oh, we just saw you guys standing on the side. Oh, I see. That means you, my friend, must have guessed that I was trying to promote my business. That I do, my friend. What was Paimon's guess then?
Paimon thought Zhongli was showing the newbie around.
By newbie, you mean me.
If that's the case, then Paimon's
Oh, that's right. Mr. Zhongli was telling me...
You see? Paimon was right too! Since both of our guesses were right, there can't be a Hey, don't be upset, Traveler. How about this? You buy Paimonable and Paimon will also buy
Since I was the subject of the bet, perhaps it should go to me? You know, as a congratulation. I was just joking. Anyway, I should be the one treating you. The funeral parlor is about to bring in...
Oh, Paimon almost forgot. Something happened
Huh? What?
Well, you know...
Oh, well...
Really? Paimon is so sorry for your loss. Although Paimon...
Whoa, it's not like that, Paimon.
Huh? But Paimon just thought...
Really, Paimon? It's not like you don't know me. Do I look like I know anyone who would... Miss Hu Tao is simply helping prepare some props for my... Not too long ago, I read a collection of horror stories from Liyue. The content was spectacular. In fact, Anyway, that's not the point. Now that Fontaine's biggest star has returned to the stage, I figured it's about time the industry and... Hey! That's pretty good!
Oh, Paimon seed! So, did you come to Liyue just to enlist the service?
Well, not exactly. My original plan was to just relax and enjoy the sights. But then...
It was a fated meeting indeed.
Zhongli sure loves his lofty turns of phrase. But if you ask me...
Oh?
It's someone you know. Wanna take a guess? What? How did you guess that on your first try?
Very impressive, my friend. Your guessing game is spot on to...
Huh. Paimon never thought Neuvillette would be the type...
I'm sure he didn't get lost. Even He was already getting ready to leave by the time I...
Yup, that's exactly what he asked. This area is full of mountains and rivers. It's normal to not know the fastest route.
So, were you the one that pointed him in...
Of course. I'm also a guide of sorts, you know. So naturally But, speaking of your friend...
What about him?
He doesn't get out much, does he? No wonder. He was stiff as a board and way too polite. I would have never guessed he was here on vacation if you hadn't told...
All in all, he was only here for half a day. I'm pretty sure he is the only one who would consider that to...
Oh? This gentleman you speak of
I'm sure he does. You didn't see him, but he was...
Is that so?
Wait, you didn't see him, Zhongli?
Unfortunately, no. At the time, it appeared as if Director Hu and Miss Farina were having quite the productive conversation. I know matters of business can take much
What a shame. That gentleman seemed like a
Is that so? To borrow Miss Farina's turn of phrase.
Well, with the Traveler around, I'm sure you'll...
That's right. He's got more friends than he knows what to do with.
Well, that's certainly true. Oh, that reminds me. If you get the chance, you should try... Just tell him the Palais Mermonia, even clams open their shop. If he's really that much of a stickler for protocol, he can fill out a leave of absence request.
Seems like this gentleman is also in charge of something pretty important. Sounds like in my experience, a leader needs to... It seems like your friend still has a lot of growing to do.
If I remember correctly, he's already several thousands of years... you're quite right, Miss...
Oh? Traveler, Miss Farina. Those two individuals over there appear to recognize you.
Oh, it's Navia and Cloran. Hey, over here!
saw you all chatting over here, and we're wondering if we could join in.
Please, excuse.
Oh, no apologies necessary. Any friend of...
It's getting... If we want to catch a boat back before dark, we should...
Indeed. Then, Miss Fer...
Oh, yes?
When are you planning to head back?
Oh, I mean, you're not my subordinate.
It's normal for friends.
There are a lot of...
Exactly! Just like 8 paths converge in a wood. Beside them an old house is stood. But, if you take a closer look, there may be something you mistook. A candle flickers to and fro.
My dear demoiselles, ladies, no, I mean friends.
Of course.
Gotta say, by the way, did I hear you mention that Clorand used to work? Then you must have also been a leader at...
well, besides, I prefer how things are now. I can come and go as I please.
I see. Well, you've certainly picked an apt place to relax. Xiaoying Village is an exemplary choice.
Only the best. Thank you so much, Miss Hutao, and
It's fine. The next time you're in this neck of the woods,
dim sum. Is that some kind of...
They are a part of it. It's basically a...
Oh, so it's basically...
Make sure to order the winter melon cake and the lotus flower crisp.
Ooh, okay.
Wait, but didn't you guys say you were here on vacation?
Of course I am. I bought a kite, a parasol, a little tin... Clorand is the one who didn't buy...
So, all you're bringing back...
And some tea-flavored hard candies.
Clorand isn't...
Well, one of us has to practice restraint.
Hey, I'm hardly reckless with my Mora. I'll have...
Me? Oh, well, I bought some tea, of course. I just had to try all the variety. Other than that, just some... They should all be things I can use.
Now, Paimons, if you bought that much stuff, where did it all go? Into one of...
Oh, actually...
Monsieur Neuvillette took them with him.
Oh, so that's... Wait, what? Why did he take them? He's not hoarding treasure, is he?
That Monsieur Neuvillette just saw the amount of bags we had, and I felt a bit bad at first.
He even offered to deliver my gifts to the fortress of Maripede for me once he's done with the day's work. Neuvillette is a man of his word.
See? Even Clorand, if even his trusty subordinate agreed.
Wow, he seems... If only the funeral parlor had an employee as... Right, Zhongli?
Indeed.
Clorand said Neuvillette offered to deliver her gifts to Risley.
Oh, that reminds me. If there's anything you want to talk about...
Does the director have it?
It just seemed like you were a bit preoccupied today. And much less, if you ask me, I'd say you're having a midlife crisis.
Is that so? Given its distance from the city. Chao, surrounded by such peace, and I apologize for making you...
What do you think, traveler? Is this atmosphere putting you in a lazy mood too? Wow, you are getting...
Indeed.
So if we go to the entrance of the Fortress of Maripede, maybe we'll run into Neuvillette. But we don't know exactly when he'll show up.
Got her! Yeah! Got her!
It's you. It has been some time since our last... Few people frequent this location. Since I was able to conclude my work early for the day, I thought I...
You call this early? Do you always...
Strictly speaking, that depends on the agenda for the day. I am hardly bereft of time, however, so working late is of little consequence to me.
Really? If you have so much time on your hands, then why did you only go to...
First, I should clarify that I was referring to my lifespan, rather than the time at my disposal on... And second, I was unaware you possessed knowledge of my trip to Chaoying Village. I see. Thank you for informing me. Yes, they have been...
I have to hand it to Clorant. Just a simple gift delivery, and she has the great and mighty...
I was just passing through.
All right. Then I hereby...
A verbal receipt of confirmation?
Guess not. This quantity of tea, though, seems a little excessive for a gift, don't you?
About much of that is my own.
Oh?
It was buy 10 boxes, get half off.
Ah, that explains it then. Well, go ahead and leave them to me. I'll get through this.
You have my thanks. Oh, there's something else I'd like to give to...
This is a stone slate, engraved with a symbolic design.
Well, that is an apt description.
A legal codex.
Before the advent of modern writing utensils, information was recorded on...
Oh.
Since ancient times, the scales of justice have symbolized the... As a tribute to that sentiment, this slate was designed after a tradition. During my travels recently, I chanced upon... We joked with Clorant some time ago about gifting you a legal...
Ah, so that's what this is.
I did not expect you to remember it as...
It is a very... I suppose I shouldn't be surprised. A gift of this significance deserves to be...
Surely there's no...
Just kidding. I don't have any, but we do have a storage room.
That sounds good to...
So that's what you were doing in Chaoying Village.
Indeed. Of course, while I was there, I also took the opportunity to... The aftertaste is much purer than what I have delivered to me in Fontaine. It stands to reason that the long-distance transport has a tendency... If you want to experience the true flavor, you simply have to go to the source. Perhaps I should organize some time off. Then we are of the same mind.
If you say so, but you know you don't have to justify it. After all,
You're quite right. I suppose I suffer not from a... However, after reading a few articles about Li Wei's... Seeing as I was free of responsibilities for the morning, refreshing. Take, for example, my... In the past, I never thought about it. This is also...
That's a ladle? Paimon thought it was supposed to be some long...
That was indeed one of my inspirations. Really? You like it? To tell you the truth, given your unexpected arrival around such an important holiday such as this, But I'm afraid this is all I can offer. If you'll have it, that is. That is precisely why it would do me such a great honor if you accepted. You are most welcome. Happy Lantern. Approved? That sounds like it could easily lead to a vicious cycle of self-indulgence, but my proclivity to... But now I see that the human world is indeed full of many interesting places.
storm terror.
Something bad happen again? Scatter! Skyward! Scatter!
There will definitely be something that catches your eye. Come take a look. There will definitely be something that catches your eye.
If you are presently unoccupied, perhaps we could stop a while at one's abode for some repose and